So, I'm not 100% sure where my train of thought is going to go with everything that I'm thinking at the moment. But it has a lot of different tracks that it could go. Whoa. Wow. The number of minutes that I can video just dropped a lot. Whatever. It's not important. Um, it's okay. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's okay. Um, so, um, people Okay, it's Christmas, right? Or sort of Christmas. It's not Christmas yet. It's Christmas Eve. Whatever. Um, so people are always like, well, they're shoot. My brain is trying to figure out what track it wants to take and it can't figure it out. Man, this is annoying. It's okay, but whatever. Um, okay. So let's talk about health. People think that health is exterior. Well, no, that's not true. Health is internal because, of course, your exterior health is depicted by your internal health, whether mental health, physical health, like your lungs, kidney, liver, whatever. Those things, right? Depict your exterior health, like the things that you can do or can't do or whatever. Right. So, people live life as though not as though like, oh well, everything will be fine. But they kind of do. I don't really know, honestly. I haven't really interacted with a whole lot of people to know what the heck they do or don't think. But I would say, speaking as a person who has not had fantastic physical and even mental health over the years. So, I think I may have mentioned in another video that I have epilepsy and cerebral palsy and ADHD and chaos, basically. And then my mental health is also affected by those things. The cerebral palsy just means that I have to do things slightly differently. Epilepsy can destroy a person's life. I know, that is pretty strong language. But it does. Because guess what? I spent basically like 3.5 years of my life from 2019 basically up until like the end of 2021 or 2022 I don't want to say wanting to die, but I did not want to live. I had my driver's license taken away 2 times, which actually, the period of time was actually only 2 6-month periods. But with COVID and everything with COVID and chaos that COVID was with America, because America has all these systems, right? They're just like, whatever, no big deal. Well, when everything gets shut down, all those systems are shot. They basically, it's not that they don't exist, but they're messed up anyway. Right. So, everything just got pushed off that much farther. I don't actually know if it was like a year and a half, but I feel like it was, you know? Anyway, so I basically spent from like 2019 to basically 2022 or the end of 2021 with no driver's license. And then my mental health went to crap. I loved it. No, I hated it. I You know when you really love a person or love something? I hated it just about as much as that. I mean, I know it's not a fantastic analogy, but you know when you really enjoy a song or a place or a thing or a person? I hated life about as much as that. About as any person that you can think of that you really enjoy being around. It was the complete opposite for me in life. That's about as close as I can get with an analogy to hopefully be able to relate to people. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. Anyway, so people take health. I don't want to say they take health for granted, but for people that don't have struggles, they always want to say like, "Oh, I understand what you're going through. I get it, blah blah blah." Sorry. You can't say that. You can want to say that. But the best thing to do for somebody like me is just to be there in my pain or be there in the pain. I mean, whatever pain it may be, not necessarily medical or like whatever. But whatever pain the person is going through, just be there. And just listen. Don't try to make fixes or try and fix the problem or whatever. Just be in the problem as it is. Just be there. Make them know that you are there for them. It may not seem very significant at the time, whatever time it may be. But speaking as a person who really, really had a hard time wanting to be alive, it can be very hard when someone tries to help and actually the help that they are giving you actually just makes it worse. I know that that's not the best thing to say, but sometimes reality is tough. Reality sucks, by the way. Oh my gosh. No, shoot. That's where my train of thought was going to go. Anyway, whatever. I'm talking about this stuff right now. Anyway. No, but seriously, for anyone who is in someone's life who is going through a hard time, just be there. I'm not trying to say this as like, oh my gosh, I know everything. There are a lot of things in this world that I don't know. There are a lot of aspects of life, even life with difficulties, that I don't know. I'm not God, obviously. My name is Bobby, not God. But I do know what it's like to be in a place where things are excruciatingly hard and you want help, you don't want to be a burden, and you don't know how to ask for it. and then people try and be help, and it's actually just the kind of help that like anybody says, and it's actually kind of like, no offense, can you please stop? You're not being helpful. You're just making it worse. Not even that they actually are making it worse, but they probably are. Like, I don't know how to word it properly, but it's not. That's the thing. It's not easy, and it's not always easy to maneuver these things. And sometimes the best thing that anyone can do for someone who is going through a difficult thing, whether it's a death or mental health problems or medical health problems, is just be there. Just be there. Just exist in their pain. Just let them know that you are there. Now, this is the kind of stuff that people don't always necessarily enjoy talking about. I love talking about this stuff. I really do, because this is reality. This is for reals. People don't always like reality. I hate reality. No offense, reality. I know you're out there somewhere. You'll hear me. But it is what it is. You can't get past it. It sucks. A lot. I wish that I could just change reality, but I can't, because I'm not God. Like I said before, I'm Bobby. What do you know? If I was God, there would be a lot of things in this world that would not be. Also, my job I would not be living Bobby's life if I was God. Unless I was Jesus. You know, like how Jesus came down to earth and lived for like 30 some years, and then he died and went back. I mean, it's possible. But anyway, so I guess anything is possible with God, technically. But just to say that, like, you know, sometimes there are a lot of different ways that I could, well, with everything that I've said so far, I don't know. I feel like people need to just be in the pain. I feel like everybody, well, I don't know about everybody, because there are billions of people in the world, but there are many people who want to be help, but they don't necessarily know how to be help. Also, I don't really feel like you guys seeing that in the background. You can see this. It's okay. Sorry, I don't know why. It just bugs me. Anyway, like there are mental health professionals. Like, I'm no mental health professional, mind you, but I've experienced a lot of mental, like, horribleness. Long story short, I don't really know how to word it into one word. But anyway, so mental health professionals probably know what I'm talking about better than I do, but I don't know. I've been in a place personally where I never expected to be, ever. I had no idea. I had no clue I was going to go there. But you know, I did. And it was horrible. It really was. It was, oh my gosh. I would never want anyone, not even like my worst enemy, to go there. That would be like the worst thing to wish upon someone. Now, technically, wishing something upon someone doesn't mean that they're actually going to go there, but even so, mental health struggles are very tough to deal with in the moment. And it can also be very hard for a person to know how to help. So, personally, I know there are many people out there in the world that really struggle. Me being one of them. I mean, even yesterday and today were not fantastic days, which is ironic with it being around Christmas time. But mental health is a struggle, and that's me without using profanity, basically. Um, so just being there with someone is sometimes what the person struggling really needs. Just being there. Just not even like sitting with them, but like recognizing that their pain is horrible and just, I don't really know how to say it. Dang it. Sometimes me and words don't cooperate. But yeah, not even being there in person, but letting them know that you are there. Letting them know that not that you're there for them, but that they can talk to you and you will listen without judgment, without anything. That they'll just hear you out. That's what people need sometimes. They just need a listener. They just need an ear. No, that's what they need. They just need an ear. Not even for ranting, but just an ear to listen. Or even two ears. I mean, obviously people have two ears, duh. But for them to know that they'll be heard without judgment, without anything. But for them to know that you are there to listen. Specifically to listen, not to respond, but to listen. I know for me, that is what I wanted, what I have wanted in the past. And it wasn't always there, sadly. It wasn't fantastic, and I wish it wasn't so. But I can't go back in time. I can't. If I could, that'd be really wonderful. There's a lot more than just mental health that I would change, mind you. For real. So, anyway, I think that's all of my train of thought. I think the train has reached a town and is going to stop. You know, like if you picture it in like a western, you'll see what I'm saying. So yeah, I think that's it for now.